You are offered 500,000 yuan to hide in your familiar city for 21 days. What would you do? This is an extremely brutal real-life escape show. 18 ordinary people act as wanted fugitives, equipped with merely 500 yuan and limited supplies. They are hunted down by elite professional teams. The commander stationed at the headquarters used to be the Deputy Commissioner of the Australian Federal Police and a senior counter-terrorism intelligence officer from British intelligence services. His team consists of former serious crime unit detectives and top white hat hackers. All ground arrest officers are retired Special Forces soldiers. Anyone who can evade these expert trackers and the nationwide manhunt for 21 days will share the huge prize money. The challengers in this episode are two blonde best friends from an upscale neighborhood. One is 38-year-old business owner Irina, and the other is 28-year-old helicopter pilot Jesse. They claim they are not just pretty faces, but thrill seekers craving adrenaline rushes. They even taunt the hunters blatantly on camera, vowing to teach the pursuers a lesson. However, aspirations often contrast sharply with harsh reality. As soon as the escape countdown ended, the two women launched anti-tracking tactics to mislead their pursuers. They headed to the train station, split up on purpose, and used their credit cards to buy unused train tickets. They intended to leave false location clues for the hunter headquarters via consumption records. The strategy seemed brilliant, yet they overlooked a critical danger. Train stations are covered with dense surveillance cameras. Though they planted misleading evidence, they exposed themselves fully to monitoring. Intelligence experts at headquarters spotted them instantly. The commander dispatched ground task forces and deployed helicopters for aerial pursuit without hesitation. The women were confronted by the helicopter right after leaving the station, sending their adrenaline soaring. A frantic chase unfolded amid the bustling traffic of Melbourne. In the chaos, Irina tripped heavily on the tram tracks and fell hard to the ground. Drowned out by the roaring helicopter, they ignored the pain, turning it into strong survival instinct and competitive drive. They rushed into an underground parking lot and begged passers-by for help with their natural charm. The method worked effectively. After several rejections, they persuaded a kind driver of a red car to give them a ride. Disguised with masks, they narrowly fled downtown Melbourne. The pursuit team would not back down easily. With physical tracking cut off, the headquarters switched to digital investigation. Cybersecurity experts accessed their social media accounts, confirming Jesse's occupation as a helicopter pilot. By cracking cloud data on their phones, investigators found photos of heavy camping gear packed in advance. The chief profiler concluded that the pair would abandon urban areas and hide deep in remote mountains. The search perimeter was immediately shifted to rural and mountainous regions. On the second day, the fugitives met their friend in the countryside and obtained pre-prepared wilderness survival gear, unaware of the tight dragnet closing in. Just as they prepared to hike into the mountains, an amusing incident took place. "Oh my God, are you okay? Seriously, are you all right?" "Not really." Jessie, who claimed she dared skydiving and helicopter flying, stepped back nervously, and nearly fainted at the sight of a small green grasshopper on her backpack. The bold woman who could swim with sharks almost quit the game because of an insect. After camping overnight, they made a fatal mistake. While hitchhiking again, Irina withdrew all remaining cash from an ATM. The reckless move provided obvious clues for the hunters. Surveillance footage captured Irina running frantically. Authorities identified the white SUV they rode in through vehicle recognition systems and hacked into its positioning device. Unaware that their real-time coordinates were displayed clearly on the headquarters screen, the two chatted casually in the car. Based on location data, field officers hurried to a caravan park, their suspected hideout. Luckily, sharp intuition saved them. Shortly after getting a free campsite from the park owner, Jesse noticed a dome-shaped surveillance camera overhead. Alerted instantly, they abandoned setting up tents and trekked away with dozens of kilograms of heavy luggage. The hunting squad arrived moments later only to find the campsite empty. They would have been trapped if they had delayed their escape. Carrying heavy bags drew too much attention on roads. They knocked on a local resident's door and convinced an elderly artistic couple to shelter them with outstanding social skills. They enjoyed hot meals and settled down in the studio. Meanwhile, the commander grew furious over broken clues. Investigators resorted to extensive inquiries by calling local shops. A witness reported seeing two blonde women carrying large backpacks. Field teams sneaked close again. While the friends relaxed telling jokes in the yard, a buzzing drone sound came from above. Misjudging it as a thermal imaging drone operated by hunters, Jessie panicked completely. Dropping her bag and leaving her companion behind, she scrambled over the wire fence and fled into the primitive forest. Irena chased after her, but the dense woods and extreme fright separated them. It turned out to be just a toy drone flown by a local child. Nevertheless, their panicked escape led them straight into the hunter's search zone. Danger lurked everywhere in the forest. Jessie hid motionlessly in bushes, pretending to be a stone as patrol officers passed by dozens of meters away. After failing to locate them, the patrol planned to set up roadblocks on the outskirts. Once the hunters left, Irena found the exhausted Jessie hidden among branches. Believing they had escaped the greatest danger, they headed back to the artist's house. They made a deadly mistake of retracing their steps. As they walked openly into the art gate, patrolling field officers spotted them. The hunters coordinated to surround the house and distracted the women with sudden braking. Caught off guard, the pair sprinted toward the woods once more. No luck favored them this time. Overwhelmed by superior physical strength and encirclement tactics, Irena collapsed from exhaustion and was caught. Jessie fought desperately, tumbling down a steep river valley. The former Special Forces soldier chased closely and pinned her onto the grass. "Here you go. You've been hunted down. You had a good run." Breathing heavily, Jessie laughed and cried simultaneously, feeling a sense of relief. The wealthy best friend team was eliminated after 4 days on the run. 16 fugitives still remain at large. What thrilling encounters will happen next? Stay tuned.